title. Then at settlement, we strata title them for our clients, meaning we end up with two separate properties on separate titles. And yes, we show our members exactly how to do this and hold their hand through the process. We then go back to the bank and we get them refinanced, and we can pretty much pick up, depending on the deal at the time, anywhere from 100 to 130 odd thousand in instant equity. Guess what you do with that equity? It gives you instant access to go again. So it speeds up our property plan. I have to be honest though, guys, these deals don't come along every day, and they're fairly rare. There is a queue, as I said, so they're for our priority members only. So whether it's the high cash flow metro apartments, townhouses, or the duplex deals, guys, these are completely off market. They're not available on realestate.com or Domain. So we do have a lineup of people that are knocking on the door wanting these deals. So if you want to jump the queue and get access to these deals, we have what we call our Priority Pass membership, and it's a very simple process. It's basically the red carpet treatment. You're first in line to these deals when they come across the table. So how's this going to look? It's pretty much the same scenario. It's the property investment plan. It's the advisory network. It's access to all our properties and our special members-only priority deals with the Priority Pass. It's no extra cost. It's still only $297, but it's for the first 9 only on the webinar. Simple as that. The first 9 jump to the front of the queue. I hope I've shared some great information and a whole bunch of helpful strategies, but don't let this be one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda moments, but didn't. For only $297 with a 100% money-back guarantee, you have absolutely nothing to lose. So if you want the Priority Pass, you need to get on board now. And just another long-time happy client. The market is booming. We're not going to see an environment like this again for another good 7 to 10 years, especially in the areas we're investing in right now. Simply put, the time is now. So join us today and get started today. You get a call from one of my team tomorrow welcoming you on board and run through a few quick things to get you up and started in the shortest time possible with the least amount of fuss, and we look forward to having you on board. So now to our Q&A. We can run through a couple of the popular questions and answers that we've narrowed down, and we've got 5 or so. And if I've missed any questions that you have, you can have a chat with one of our friendly team tomorrow and they'll run through them with you one-on-one. So, how does PPI get paid if you only charge $297? Look, there is no extra charge or obligation to use our services beyond the $297. We make our money from the products we research and source for you, saving you guys time and money. Whether it's finance or other services, you can shop around, but it will cost you a significant amount of time and you may not get the structure or strategy right. Think of PPI as like an iselect.com.au or comparethemarket.com.au, but in the property sector. We just source the best deals and professionals for our members. So should I buy a new or an established property? Well, as we discovered, new properties deliver major tax benefits, primarily through depreciation, that improve the positive gearing potential of a property investment. And new properties also achieve better rental returns because tenants prefer them, so they rent faster. There is less tenant turnover, and they rent for more money while having lower maintenance costs. It goes without saying, new properties also present a lower investment risk due to unknown building issues. And finally, they have higher resale value due to better energy efficiency, modern designs, lower maintenance, and limited need for major renovations or structural changes. Are apartments better than houses? Look, as we saw before, there is not a simple yes or no to this question. There are many financial factors to be considered, including your financial strategy, your personal plan, and your borrowing capacity. Houses will generally experience a high level of growth, of capital growth, but at times, in some locations, statistics can show apartments outgrowing houses. The key is to find a property in the right location at the right time for a price that you can afford. Next one is, should I consider mining or boom towns with high rental yields? Well, boom towns make investors very vulnerable and are high risk. These markets reach oversupply quickly as there are often large parcels of land surrounding these towns that are brought to market once the developers catch up with the mining company hiring people. Look at Moranbah in Queensland, or Blackwater, or Roma. The list goes on. Consistent, sustainable and enduring capital growth will be found in suburbs located in major capital cities and the larger regional hubs. the large regional hubs are a great play, and I've personally got holdings in large regional cities that are performing very well. Should I only buy in the city I'm living in? As we saw with the 3 times method, don't limit the potential growth and returns by considering only one city or state, whether it's the one you're living in or not. It's wise to choose a location that has just entered the recovery phase in the property cycle. It's also critical to ensure that there is enough population growth to ensure sustainable capital growth. Investors in Australia should consider suburbs within Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne and Perth, and the largest regional cities like Newcastle in New South Wales and Toowoomba in Queensland that meet this criteria, depending on where they are on the property clock, of course. And finally, what if the projected capital growth doesn't happen? Look, no one can guarantee the future. However, we always ensure that projections are conservative, with growth figures never exceeding 7% per annum growth, despite the long-term average growth rate of around 8%. But don't forget, we're not just focused on growth per se. It's about the whole strategy and the combinations with our weekly cash flow, tax rebates and rental income to pay down the family